Zoe. I spy with my little eye something beginning with H. I don't know. House? You're not even trying. I am, but there isn't much else in my eyeline right now, Zoe said. It was raining so hard she could barely see anything beyond the windscreen. Their little Fiat was packed so full of boxes and bags that she couldn't see out of the back window either. The drive from Swiss Cottage to Highgate had been nerve-wracking enough, and it hadn't even been raining then. They were stationary now, parked behind their removal van. Zoe's mobile sitting on the dashboard. They both tried hard not to stare at it. "Did you give up?" Win asked. "I absolutely give up." Hydrangeas. Zoe squinted furiously out of the window. "What hydrangeas?" "Somewhere out there." Win gestured at the murky foliage in front of the house. "You said they were hydrangeas when we came for the first viewing, didn't you?" "No!" They'd only been playing I Spy for 2 minutes, and already Zoe was sick of it. "Are you talking about the rhododendron bushes, by any chance?" "Same thing, aren't they?" "How did I end up married to a man who can't tell the difference between a rhododendron and a hydrangea?" Zoe shook her head sorrowfully. "You know the nature stuff is your department," Win said. Because Zoe's parents were firm believers in the benefits of fresh air and the great outdoors, so being able to tell the difference between a rhododendron and a hydrangea wasn't unduly taxing for her. She could even differentiate between a chaffinch and a goldcrest at 50 paces, a talent she rarely had use for. "While I can add up whole columns of numbers in my head. That's what I bring to our relationship," Win reminded her. "Also, I bake. I keep you in cake." "For which I'm eternally grateful," Zoe said, and then her phone rang before Win could continue to list what else he brought to their union, and they both twitched like they'd never heard a phone ring before. It was Parminder, their solicitor. All the funds, money from the sale of their flat earlier that day, the savings squirreled away, the mortgage they'd extended, had reached their final destination, never to return. Now Parminder had been instructed by the vendor's solicitor that the key to the house that they'd just bought and could barely see from where they were sitting was under a brick in the flower bed nearest to the front door. Zoe opened the car door. "We better make a run for it," she said. They ran, coats pulled over their heads. There was nothing even near to being a flower bed by the front door, but they both rooted around in the tangle of weeds until Win found the key, then made a dash for the door. It should have been a special moment. Their first proper house, a brand new start. But rain was dripping down Zoe's neck, and the movers were unloading, so she took the key from Win and rammed it into the lock. "Not so fast." Win wrapped his arms around Zoe's waist before she could jerk away and tried to lift her up. "I'm going to carry you over the threshold." They'd known each other for 13 years, lived together for 10 of them, been married for the last 3, and "Win, don't be silly. Please let me down. You didn't even carry me over the threshold on our wedding night." "I was too drunk then. I'd have dropped you, and anyway, this is our do-over, isn't it?" Win panted as he tried to find purchase on the slippery wet fabric of Zoe's khaki parka. "Stop wriggling!" Instead of sweeping Zoe up in his arms, it was more of a precarious fireman's hold. "Please don't drop me. I really don't want to fracture anything." "I'm not going to drop you. You're as light as feather," Win grunted, which was a lie because Zoe was a good 10 stone, most of it dough-based. He staggered through the open doorway, and Zoe had no choice but to cling tightly to him and wish he'd put her down. "Mind your backs," shouted a voice from behind them, and Win did drop Zoe then, so they could flatten their spines to the wall, as the first box was brought in. "Where do you want these then, Gov?" "I've labelled every box," Win said. "Half the boxes are going in the front room, the other half upstairs in the back bedroom next to the bathroom. All labelled."